The topic is double-ended queue, DQ, which is implemented using linked list implementation. So we are going to see the application of queue. Today is double-ended queue, which is otherwise called DQ. The double-ended queue is a more generalized form of queue data structure, which allows insertion and deletion at both the end of the queue. That is, in front end, insertion and deletion will happen. In the rear end also, insertion and deletion happens. Here, in the front end, if insertion happens, it is called push, and deletion is called DQ operation, which is a normal operation of the queue. Similarly, in rear end, if an insertion happens, we call it as NQ operation, and if a deletion happens, it is called as pop operation. So we are going to implement DQ, which is otherwise called double-ended queue, using linked list implementation. So what are the basic operations that are available in DQ? We have NQ operation, which inserts the element at the rear end, DQ operation, which removes the element from the front end, push, which inserts the element at the front end, pop, which removes the element from the rear end. Then you will have a display function, display method, which will display all the elements of the double-ended queue. There are other methods, other functions which are available, like get back, get front is empty. So get back will display the last element, get front will display the first element, is empty will check whether my double-ended queue is empty or not. So DQ, it is similar to the queue. We will define a structure for each node when you are using a linked list implementation. Again, the node has two parts. One is a data part and another one is a next part. So data part, we will declare it as int data, since it holds the value of the double-ended queue. Where next is defined as struct node star next. As I have already told you that struct node is used to make the pointer refer a similar structure of size node or structure node. So first we will see NQ operation. So this NQ operation is similar to the linked list implementation of queue. So you can see, first thing we will check whether my queue is empty, because we are here to create the node. So see the coding. Initially we will check the queue, double-ended queue is empty or not with the pointer front. If my double-ended queue is empty, both front and rear will be null. So if my front is equal to null, I will create a new node. So how will you create a new node? Front is equal to malloc of size of struct node. So malloc of size of memory allocation with the size of structure node is created. So you can see the diagram, a new node front is created. The first step we will do is we will store the element to be inserted. So we are getting it as X. So in the data path, I am storing it as X value. So front of data is equal to 10. Then this is the first and last node. So this node's next pointer will be null. So front of next is equal to null. And this is the last element of the queue, because queue is having only one element. So both front and rear will stand in the same node. So I am assigning rear to the front. So how do I assign rear to the front? Rear is equal to front. Suppose my queue is not empty, that is, it consists of one element or more than one element. Let us assume, we'll take an example that it has only one element. The previous element we inserted is 10. So now what I'm doing is I'm creating a temporary variable called temp. Okay, so why I create is because we need to create a new node. So what I'm doing here is temp is equal to malloc of size of struct node. So you can see the diagram, a new node temp is created. In its data part, the new element is inserted. So temp of data is equal to X. And this element is inserted at the rear end. So it will be the last node. So its next pointer is equal to null. So how do I set that? Temp of next is equal to null. Now this new node is going to be the last node. So the previous queue's last node should refer the new node. So how do I do that? The rear of next is equal to temp. So initially the rear of next was null. So after creating a new node, the rear should refer the new node. So after rear node refers the new node, I am making the new node as the last node. How do I make it? I move the pointer rear to the new node. So how do I do it? Rear is equal to temp. So if there is more than one element, then I have to do the same process. I have inserted the similarly 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is a double-ended queue, which is of similar structure as queue. The only thing is the property ADT operation performed on this queue differs. It has two more operation, push and pop. So that's the difference. So we'll see the another insertion. So the another insertion is going to be your push operation. So push is going to perform an insertion in the front end. Usually in queue, front end is used for deletion, but in double-ended queue we use a function name called push to insert an element in the front end. So the operation is same. If my queue is empty, we'll create a front node, we'll assign the data to the front of data, then this is the first and last node, so its next pointer will be null and rear will be also assigned to the front. This example is a similar operation similar to enqueue's operation when my double-ended queue is empty. Okay, we'll have an example like there is one element in my double-ended queue. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert a new element before the front node. So what I'm going is I am going to create a new node called temp. So how do I create it? Temp is equal to malloc of size of struct node. Now we know the basic operation what we have to do. We will store the value in the data part. So temp of data is equal to x. So phi is stored in the new node. Now this node is inserted before the first node of the previous double-ended queue. That is before front I am creating a new node. So what I do is temp of next is equal to front. So I am assigning temp of next is equal to front. So the new node will refer the previous front node. Now the new node will become the front node. So front is equal to temp. Then when you come out of this function, automatically the temporary variable will get removed. So a new node is inserted before the front end. So we repeat the same operation if it has more than one element. So my double-ended queue is with 30, 40 and 50. So see the process what is happening. So first I am creating a new node temp. In its data path I am storing the new element temp of data is equal to x, and I am assigning the new node's next pointer to the front. So temp of next is equal to front, and finally front comes to the new node. So front is equal to temp. Now 20 will become the first node of the double-ended queue. After we come out of the function, temp variable will be erased. The next operation is dequeue in double-ended queue, which is similar to the deletion in queue. So the dequeue operation which performs the deletion from the front end. Suppose my queue is empty, it will just display the message my queue is empty. Otherwise we will go to the deletion operation. So what I am going to do here is, first I am creating a temporary variable and I am assigning the temporary variable to the front node. Why I am using it? Because I have to release the space which I have requested. So how do I do it? Temp is equal to front. Now I am moving my front pointer from the first node to the second node. So how do I move it? Front is equal to front of next. So you can see front moves from 10 to 20. Now I print the temp of data is deleted. That is 10 is deleted. After that I free temp. So 10 will be deleted from the list, and you can see the first node is deleted from the double-ended queue. So your queue consists of 20, 30, 40 and 50. We'll take another example to make sure it is very clear. Suppose again I am going to delete 20 from the list. You can see from my double-ended queue I have 4 elements, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So the 20 has to be removed because it is the first element. So how do I do it? Assign temp to the front, move front to the next node, that is from first node value to the second value. So front is equal to front of next, delete the temp value. So temp data structure will be removed and the list will contain only 30, 40, 50. Let us see how it performs for a one and only element. So let us assume there is only one element in my double-ended queue. So both front and rear will be standing in the same node. So here I have only 10 in my double-ended queue. Both front and rear are standing. So see how the coding works. First you are creating a temporary variable and assigning the temporary variable to the front. So temp is standing in front. So now 10 consists of front, rear and temp. So I will move the front to front of next. You can see front of next is already null. So front will become null. So I will free temp, both rear and temp pointers will be erased along with 10. Then I will check whether if my front is equal to null. Why do I check? Because my queue has become empty. So if it is empty, both front and rear should become null. Otherwise, the rear node will refer a garbage value. So the next deletion in the double-ended queue is pop, which will delete an element from the rear end. So pop, it is going to delete the elements from the rear end. We are going to take the example that there is only one element in my double-ended queue. So first we'll check the condition whether queue is empty or not. So how do I check? Usual, front is equal to null. If this condition satisfies, my double-ended queue is empty. Else, now what I am going to check is whether my queue is having only one element. How do I check? If the front of next is equal to null, that means it is having only one element. It doesn't have more than one element. So I simply print front of data is deleted and I'm freeing front. So when I free front, both front and rear get erased. So after that, I am just assigning front and rear are equal to null to make sure that my queue has become empty. Now we will take another example that if my double-ended queue is having more than one element. Now basically what we have to do, first we have to check whether my queue is empty or not. If it is not empty, we'll check whether it is having only one element. If that condition also fails, that means it has more than one element. Now what I have to do here is, so if the rear node, you can see in the diagram 20, 30, 40, 50. If 50 is going to be deleted, now 40 has to be referred as rear. There is no variable that is standing in 40. So how do I assign rear to 40? So I should start a variable that starts from first node till the rear node, because it's a singular linked list. You can see it starts, the arrow marks are going from front to rear. There is no backward direction. It is not a double-ended list. So how do I do it? So I assign a temporary variable L to the front and I check my L of next, that is the L's next pointer is not referring rear. So when L is in 20, it checks the next node whether it is rear. It is not rear, so L jumps to L of next. So L will go to 30. Now again, L of next checks whether the next node is rear. It is not rear, so L jumps from 30 to 40. Now L checks whether my next pointer is rear. Yes, next is referring to rear. 40 is referring to rear node. So my loop gets terminated. Now I print my rear of data is deleted. So it will print 50 is deleted. I am freeing rear node. So what happens? 50 will be deleted. Now I have to assign L of next to null, because the 40 node is referring some garbage value, so it should be made null. So how do I make it? L of next is equal to null. Now finally, now 40 will become the last node, so rear should be assigned to this last node. So how do I assign? Rear is equal to L. So make sure in this code the for loop is running by itself. It should terminate with semicolon, otherwise the below line will be executed. So that's all for pop operation. Next one is display, displaying the elements of the double-ended queue. You can see the coding, so which is similar to the display operation of the queue. So the display will fail if the queue is empty. If my double-ended queue is empty, it has to display my double-ended queue is empty. Otherwise, it has to display the elements from the front end till the rear end. So how do I display the elements? We'll take a for loop structure. So for struct node star L, I am defining a temporary variable L from the front node. So L starts from front node. It checks whether L is not equal to null. So if it is not equal, it will print the node's data value and then it jumps to the next node. So if the example is given here is 10, 20, 30, 40, if that is the list, L will be starting till the front node. So it will print 10, then goes to 20, then print 20, then goes to 30, similarly 40. After printing 40, it will goes to 50, it will print 50. Then L has to jump to L of next. Here L of next is null, so L will become null, so it will come out of the list. So finally I am printing null to make sure that I have completed my printing all the elements of the DQ. So thank you. That's all about double-ended queue, which is otherwise called DQ.